Thoroughbred Action is presented by Hardacre Farm.
Hello again, everyone, and welcome to this Saturday edition of Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. Jason Blewett joining you from the horse path. As we get tied on, we have 5 graded stakes to bring you on the show tonight, 11 races total. So let's send it up to the man, Pete Aiello, for those track conditions and weather.
We start the Saturday program with beautiful weather conditions for horse racing, a fast main track, a firm turf, and temperatures in the mid-70s with a sunny sky. First race of the day over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 4, 9, 14, and 15. The off-time favorites included the 3, Lighthouse Sound, and number 12, Summer Scamp.
Racing at Gulfstream. For all the marbles gets the first call. Imperial Warrior is away well. Summer Scamp, and on the far outside, Island Therapy. Moving out the rail is Majev as they run to the first turn. For all the marbles has the lead and the inside position over Island Therapy, who moves up to be second. Majev at the inside third. Imperial Warrior comes on to be fourth. Outside and racing 3 wide fifth is Summer Scamp, a gap of 3 to Fanbase. Then to his outside is Vegas. Moving up on the inside is the veteran Lighthouse Sound. Sandwiched between horses is the Sun Wind. Out 3 wide, Make It Gold. And 3 to the trailer. The trailer is Unspoken Quality. They race into the backstretch after completing a quarter in an aggressive 22 and 3. And up front, long shot Island Therapy now throttles open to lead by 2. For all the marbles is second, Majev is third, Summer Scamp is fourth. Chamafi has Imperial Warrior at the rail in fifth, about 4 lengths off the lead. Then it's Fanbase, and on his outside is Vegas. 2 back to Lighthouse Sound. The Sun Wind pokes between horses. 3 wide is Make It Gold, and the trailer is still Unspoken Quality. They leave the backstretch and move on to the far turn through a 46 2/2 mile. Up front, Island Therapy has the lead. Worked on 3 wide, Majev in the 2-path for all the marbles. Then at the inside, Imperial Warrior with Summer Scamp. Fanbase needs to find a way through. Vegas is going to swing 5 wide. Lighthouse Sound also needs to pick a path, and they're at the top of the stretch. Island Therapy tackled by For All the Marbles. Majev on the outside. Fanbase loaded, needs some place to go, and now he's got some room. Here comes Fanbase, splitting horses now and up for a short lead. On the outside, and a late run coming from Vegas, but Fanbase is kicked it in, and Fanbase and Miguel Vasquez will win it. It's going to be Majev second, winning the head bob over Vegas third, and 129 and 4.
Number 6, Fanbase, is just a veteran campaigner, and Miguel Vasquez finds him someplace to go inside the final furlong, and he did the rest, getting another game victory. Trainer Joe Catney's the third, and Big Bang Racing. Number 1, Majev was second, ahead of the 11 Vegas, who ran third. To the second race now, on the start of the early pick 4 at 5.5 furlongs. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $12,500. Field of 13 signed on. The bettors honed in on the first timer from the Barboza Shed Row. Optimistic Shot. He was favored.
And they're off. Dim Sum and Christianity both off a step slow. From the center, Golda blast out to take the lead, and Juan Carlos Diaz and the Puerto Rican Golda lead by 2 early. 40 Knots is up the inside, but she's wild now together second and third. Moving in from fourth now, that's Laguna Dream. Barige is next, and at the inside, here's the favorite, Optimistic Shot in the blue colors at the inside and now taking over fourth. Followed by Christianity, then to the far outside, Rahi Momena. Tapping on the brakes between horses is Perspective Moment. Tajaliha is at the rail. Then it's a gap of 2 to Lil Bay Corvette, and De Vuelta is last of all, actually even farther back to the trailer, Dim Sum. They have Golda to catch with less than 5/16 to go. Golda now at the quarter-mile pole with a 3-length lead. The danger appears to be the first-timer. Here's Optimistic Shot, making a good run to get into second and try to get to this leader. Then it's a gap of another 3 lengths back to 40 kilos with now 1/8 of a mile to go. Juan Carlos Diaz shakes up Golda, asks her to finish the job. Optimistic Shot and Edgar Zayas drawing closer with every stride. Time ticking away, but Optimistic Shot's got the momentum. Optimistic Shot runs down Golda to win it. Optimistic Shot by 1.5 lengths. Golda second. Up third was Perspective Moment, and splitting horses fourth was Tajaliha in 106 and 2.
Bettors knew what they were doing in today's second race as number 6, Optimistic Shot, comes rolling inside the final 3/16 and gets up to win it under Edgar Zayas for Victor Barboza Jr. and owner Jorge Gonzalez. The Puerto Rican invader Golda did all the heavy lifting but had to settle for second ahead of the 9 Perspective Moment, who rallied through traffic to get third. Time for a commercial break. Don't go away. Plenty of racing action left right after this.
The Pegasus World Cup Invitational is January 27th at Gulfstream Park, and that weekend we have something new, the Pegasus World Cup Betting Championship. I'm lucky to be joined enough by 2 guys who will be playing in this tournament, including
Ray Arsenault, defending NEC champion.
And
Hi, Acacia. I'm Ross Gallo. I'm a 13-time NHC qualifier and also a member of the NTRA Players Committee.
we're so excited for it. Join us here at Gulfstream Park. $500,000 expected pool, no entry fee if played on site. This is for the players.
Back now for the third race of the afternoon over the turf at about 7.5 furlongs. Claimers in for a price tag of $16,000. Scratch the 5, 13, 14, and 15. A field of 11, and this was a wide open betting race.
And they're off. From the outside, Metz was away well. Creaky Cricket has speed, and the gray Weeza Gone Gray is up to challenge for the top. Wild Mongolia comes away well. He'll land 4th. Splitting horses now is Ginger Goose alongside Lucky Kitten as they charge to the first turn. Edgar Zayas puts Weeza Gone Gray on the engine and leads it a length and a quarter. Creaky Cricket is there second. Wild Mongolia sandwiched between horses. Ginger Goose is toward the rail, and out 3 wide is Metz. Then it's a gap of another 2.5 lengths back to the team of Lucky Kitten and Dominate, who's down at the rail. They're followed by Orpheus. Then at the inside in the blue colors is Little Baltar. He's about 5.5 lengths off the lead. Working between horses is Modern Tale, and then a length and a half to the trailer, Starship Rocky. They complete the opening quarter mile in 23 seconds flat. Weeza Gone Gray, hounded by Creaky Cricket on the outside. Wild Mongolia is a joint third alongside Ginger Goose. Park 3 wide is Metz. Trying to run on from the inside now and improving a touch is Little Baltar. Juarez has him well situated. He'll need to find some racing room, but he's only 5 lengths off the lead. Dominate tries to keep him bracketed in. Lucky Kitten not responding to urging. On the inside in Starship Rocky, splitting horses Modern Tale, and Orpheus plummets to last as Creaky Cricket goes on the attack. Off the turn on the stretch drive, Creaky Cricket has the lead by a neck. Weeza Gone Gray fights back second. Damas center. Here's the late run coming from Little Baltar. Inside that final furlong, Creaky Cricket trying to hold off Little Baltar and Starship Rocky. Little Baltar's got him now, and Little Baltar wins going away. Creaky Cricket second, Starship Rocky third. Modern Tale finished 4th in 129 and 1.
Number 7, Little Baltar, responds to the drop in class with a good trip from Nick Juarez and gets the money in today's third race under handling from Nick Juarez for Safi Joseph Jr. Safi Joseph Jr., the winning owner as well, in partnership with Stephen Freifertig and Colomini Vitelli Stable. It was 2, Creaky Cricket second, 10, Starship Rocky third. To the fourth race now, 5 furlongs on turf. Maiden Claimers in for a price tag of $25,000. Scratch the 3, 13, 14, 15, and 16. 11 to the gate. The favorite was the 12, Catharsis.
And they're off. Good start for Catharsis, a good start for Candy Blue from down toward the inside. Splitting horses, and up the challenge is Tequila and Tacos. Also in the top flight is Honey Hearts as they speed to the half-mile pole. Catharsis trying to get over. He now works into the 2-path and leads the way 3 parts of a length. Candy Blue a joint second alongside Honey Hearts. Then to the outside goes Nothing's Free. Down at the inside, Tequila and Tacos. It's a gap of another 4 lengths back to Our Olivia and Showbiz Liz. Out wide is Tojal Treasure, racing ahead of 5 Up Rosa, and the trailer is up the road with Princess Zoe far back. They run to the top of the stretch, and Catharsis opens up now and leads it by 3.5. In second is Honey Hearts on the outside. Nothing's Free third. That's all for Candy Blue, moving up on the far outside and trying to run on Tequila and Tacos. But Catharsis strictly the one to beat. Catharsis very well handled by Tyler Gaffleone and opening up. Up into second is Nothing's Free with a tussle with Honey Hearts to try to hold that spot. Honey Hearts is game inside, but Catharsis is long gone. Catharsis wrapped up and 5 on top. It's going to be Nothing's Free second. Third was Honey Hearts, and Showbiz Liz gallops out very well and ran on to be 4th in 56 and 3.
Favorite Catharsis overcomes that outside gate and wins pretty easily in today's 4th race under Tyler Gaffleone for trainer David Bratty and owner's Hard 850 Racing Stable. Number 10, Nothing's Free, had a big-time tussle for second, but got up for second ahead of the 8 Honey Hearts, who was game, while third. To the fifth race now, we start the graded stakes action on the Saturday card. This is the 39th running of the Rampart, 1 mile of the trip, grade 3 event. A field of 7, but all the money on the 1, Curlin's Approval, and the comebacker number 3, Lewis Bay.
Racing in the Rampart Stakes was a good start for Lewis Bay from between horses. Sent at the inside, Curlin's Approval. She's got to keep some speed into her mind so she can hold her spot toward the rail as Lewis Bay looks to drop over. Lewis Bay has the lead. Here's Curlin's Approval down inside. So she did what she needed to do. She saved her inside position, and the 2 favorites are stride for stride out of the chute. King's Ghost is 3rd. Nona Mella's on the outside in 4th. Widest of all is Gamble's Ghost in 5th. Then Lyrica, and the trailer is Alpine Sky. The opening quarter, 23 and 4. Up front, Curlin's Approval now puts her head in front as Lewis Bay is 2nd. In 3rd is King's Ghost, and she's being worked on. Out wider than her is Nona Mella. Castellano also trying to keep her close to the heavy hitters up front. Then back to Gamble's Ghost and Lyrica, and 5 to Alpine Sky. They swing past the half-mile pole, and they complete the opening half-mile in 46 and 2. So the big shots did a big-time second quarter as Lewis Bay puts ahead in front. Curlin's Approval is now asked to quicken up 2nd, and here's Gamble's Ghost. She's in with an upset possibility, 3 wide and on the attack. Nona Mella's under a whip ride from Castellano and not responding. Then back to Lyrica. Alpine Sky's never been involved, nor has King's Ghost. Irad Ortiz Jr. and Lewis Bay still under a hand ride. 3 quarters, 1:10 and 3. They're at the top of the stretch. Lewis Bay now asked to sprint for home. Curlin's Approval, the classy mare, is on the inside 2nd. 6 ahead of her, battling on 3rd. Nona Mella to the outside of Gamble's Ghost, but Lewis Bay is keeping her mind to business, and she's driven out by Irad Ortiz Jr. Lewis Bay to win the Rampart by a length in the end. Curlin's Approval gave her all she wanted, but had to settle for 2nd. Nona Mella was 3rd. Gamble's Ghost finished 4th.
Number 3, Lewis Bay, had been off over a year, but was patiently handled by trainer Chad Brown and confidently ridden by Irad Ortiz Jr. And she comes back better than ever. She wins today's Rampart at 2-1 for Alpha Delta Stables. Number 1, Curlin's Approval, just outrun while 2nd ahead of the 6, Nona Mella, who ran 3rd. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, the Rainbow 6 sequence. Maidens at the main track mile distance right after this.
A passion for horses and a commitment to breed champions is the foundation of Hardacre Farm. Founded in 1999 by Amy Tarrant, owner, breeder, and trainer, Hardacre Farm, now based in Ocala, continues its tradition of success. From the Breeders' Cup to Gulfstream Park, Hardacre Farm, from the breeding shed to the racetrack, in pursuit of producing the best.
We have to take care of these horses that, give us so much joy.
Being accredited by the TAA gives us instant credibility.
People trust us even more than they have before because they know that the TAA has been to all of our locations and that our horses are well cared for.
I mean, this farm wouldn't look the way it is, these horses wouldn't look the way they are if it wasn't for the generosity and the hard work of the Aftercare Alliance.
They've united our whole industry in terms of the aftercare movement.
We're all working together for the same purpose.
Back now for race number 6 on the program, the start of today's Rainbow 6. 1 mile over the main track, maidens of the special weight level. Scratch the 1 and 7, a field of 8. All the money for number 3, Navistar.
And they're off. The favorite Navistar was away well. In the center, Shanghai Swartz has speed. Shanghai Swartz puts ahead in front, but here's Alpha 2 Omega being asked to quicken by Paco as they run out of the chute. Alpha 2 Omega bumped into Navistar there, but now clears the field, leads a length and a quarter. Navistar will angle off the inside to race in 2nd. Shanghai Swartz 3rd to the outside and Master Manipulator. Then it's the gray. He takes charge. He's about 4 lengths off the lead. Working between horses is Catch All. Second last personal time, and Locomotion is last of all behind an opening quarter in 24 flat. It's long shot Alpha 2 Omega in front, 3 parts of a length. Navistar gets the trip he wants. He's racing in 2nd. He takes charge, is now 3rd. To the outside in 4th is Master Manipulator, then Shanghai Swartz. Catch All's at the rail. Personal time is out wide. He begins to improve for Irad Ortiz Jr., and the trailer is still Locomotion. 47-1 for the opening half mile. They start to take closer order, and now they start to quicken. Alpha 2 Omega challenged by Navistar. John Velasquez says go on Navistar, and he puts ahead in front, but up on the outside, Personal Time continues to travel awfully well, and Personal Time now gives the challenge to Navistar, with Between Horses and Master Manipulator running on fourth as he takes charge, followed by Shanghai Swartz, and they're at the top of the stretch. 3/4, 1:12-1. Navistar still fights on. Navistar cuts the corner. He gets a half a length back on the second running. Personal Time splitting horses late. Here's the run from Locomotion. He got stopped cold, but he takes charge. Charges up on the outside and presents a new danger. Navistar repelling all challenges. He's 2-5, and he earns it. It's Navistar in front. He takes charge second, Locomotion third, then Master Manipulator and Personal Time in 1:37-3.
Navistar may be one you want to pay attention to, as he had to earn it in today's sixth race, but he did. He responded from about 3 challenges to get the victory under John Velasquez. For owner Robert LaPenta, who seems to have a couple of nice 2-year-olds, Todd Pletcher, the winning trainer. Number 2, He Takes Charge, certainly sitting on a good win next time out. He was second ahead of the 10 Locomotion, who's also won for the list. This was a live contest, and the 10 had trouble, while third. To the 7th race now, the 36th running of the Grade 3 Sugar Swirl at 6 furlongs, start of the late pick 5. Scratch number 6, Girls Know Best, a field of 8. The favorite was the rail runner, defending champion, Dearest.
And they're off in the Sugar Swirl. From the inside, the favorite Dearest wastes no time in establishing the lead. She opens a length and a quarter from Stellar Performance and True Mermance are race second and third. Rich Mommy is out of there in fourth, followed by Bodacious Babe, then Pretty Perfection. More Than a Party taps on the brakes at the back of the field as Miss Hollywood moves up and by her as they head to the half-mile pole. Edgard Zayas and Dearest at the half-mile pole in front to half a length. True Romance on the outside is second. Stellar Performance is third. Bodacious Babe is 3 wide but in contention. Rich Mommy between horses for Luis Zayas, racing ahead of Pretty Perfection and More Than a Party, and Miss Hollywood is now last with less than 3 furlongs to go. The leader is Dearest. The favorite has a fight on her hands, though, as Paco turns up the pressure with True Romance, and up on the outside, Bodacious Babe, 3 wide and on a move. 2 lengths back to Rich Mommy, then Stellar Performance, wide as Pretty Perfection, and they're at the top of the stretch. The whip is out on Dearest. On the outside, here comes Rich Mommy over the top with True Romance and Bodacious Babe. Late run for More Than a Party with less than 1/8 of a mile to go. It's the local horse. It's Rich Mommy for Victor Barboza Jr., who strides to a clear lead, and Rich Mommy will win it for Winds of Change Racing and Luis Zayas from Bodacious Babe second, More Than a Party third. Photo for fourth between Pretty Perfection and Dearest and Stellar Performance in 1:10-2.
Number 1, Dearest, was forced to go too fast too soon, and she was worn down inside the final quarter of a mile. And the upset was on as number 8, Rich Mommy, facing stakes competition for the first time. She handles it no problem under Luis Zayas for Winds of Change Racing Stable and Victor Barboza Jr. 9, Bodacious Babe with a good run second, ahead of Super Bomb 3, More Than a Party. She rallied home to get third. To race number 8 now, we stay with graded stakes action, but we move to the turf, the My Charmer $100,000 Grade 3 event at 1 mile. A field of 9. Bettors have this as a foregone conclusion, as the heavy favorite was number 5, On Leave.
And they're off in the My Charmer Stakes. From the outside, Gianna's Dream wins the break and tries to cross over. Down at the inside, April Gaze is up to challenge, and April Gaze will keep her inside position and challenge the lead with Gianna's Dream up front. Taken in hand is Josti Sanimo. Defiant Honor will drop over. She'll be about 3 wide around the first turn. Then down at the rail goes Southern Gem with the favorite inside out, parked on her outside. Right there is On Leave as well with Pancake, and at the back of the field is Stormy Victoria as they round the first turn. Gianna's Dream secures the lead now and leads it by 1 length and a quarter. Up into second is Defiant Honor. April Gaze is now third. Racing in fourth is the favorite On Leave from Josti Sanimo. Then inside out. Moving on her outside is Southern Gem. And still at the back, unhurried, is Stormy Victoria. They make their way by the opening quarter in 24 seconds flat, and they race to the final half mile. Up front, Gianna's Dream at 6-1 calls the shots for Gaffleone and got a 48 1/2 mile. Into second remains Defiant Honor, and April Gaze is at the inside third. Rat Ortiz Jr. sitting chilly on the favorite On Leave fourth and only 2 lengths off the lead, so everything going right for her. She's now 3 wide and let loose. Trying to run on from the back is Stormy Victoria. She's still last, and Pancake is trying to rally, so is Inside Out as they line up front. On Leave still traveling very well in hand and now sweeps up the challenge for the lead. Gianna's Dream tries to hold her off. In between horses, Defiant Honor boxing on with 1/8 of a mile left to go. Gianna's Dream still has the lead. Stormy Victoria's rolling home at the rail with On Leave on the outside. Gianna's Dream still there. On Leave one more time. On Leave measures it to win it. On Leave in front. Second was Gianna's Dream, Stormy Victoria from last to third, then April Gaze.
Well, the bettors were right in today's 8th race, but number 5 On Leave with a narrow victory, although it was a measured victory from a confident Irad Ortiz Jr., who gets his second winner today. Shug McGahee trained the daughter of Warfront for owner and breeder Stuart Janney III. Number 8 Gianna's Dream, the Oklahoma bred, was second, ahead of number 7 Stormy Victoria, who settles for third. To the 9th race now, graded stakes action, yep, you bet. The Harlan's Holiday at a mile and a 16th over the main track, first finish line race. Nice cast assembled for this race, a field of 9, and the favorite was number 3, Destin.
And they're off in the Harlan's Holiday. From the inside, Richard the Great is sent along to try to secure the early lead from Mr. Jordan and Destin second and third. Conquest Big E is sent 5 wide around the first turn as they're 4 across the course. From behind the speed, Paige McKinney taken in hand by Caramanos to race about 6 lengths off the lead. Fermento is next toward the rail. Joshua's comprises 3 wide, Fear the Cowboy between horses, and Flatlined is last of all as they round the first turn. Up front, Mr. Jordan and Edgard Zayas take the lead away from the second running on the outside Conquest Big E. Back to third, Richard the Great. He wanted the lead, but he relented and now sits third. Destin is fourth. He's about 4 lengths off the lead and 3 in front of Paige McKinney, who's racing all by himself fifth and about 8 lengths off the lead. They really start to string out here from Fermento and Fear the Cowboy, then Joshua's Comprise and Flatlined. The opening quarter was fast, 23-1. They went a half mile in 46-1, so a little bit of relief there for the leader, which is now Conquest Big E. To the first finish line they race with Mr. Jordan on the rebid second. Richard the Great is now third. Destin is fourth. He's dropped better than 5 lengths off the lead. The green light given to Paige McKinney, but he's not rallying. Fear the Cowboy is as he runs on from fifth, and he's about 6 lengths off the lead. Fermento and Flatlined are next with less than 5/16 to go. Richard the Great and Mr. Jordan go on, but they better look out for Fear the Cowboy. He's 5 wide under Castellano, but he's under a full head of steam. Destin tries to run with him, and they're at the top of the stretch. Destin trying to muscle between horses. Fear the Cowboy on the stand side. Meanwhile, Mr. Jordan is pleading for the wire, but here's Fear the Cowboy charging hard for Javier Castellano, and he takes the lead. The 2017 Harlan's Holiday to Fear the Cowboy. You won it by 2. Close for second, maybe Mr. Jordan over Richard the Great, then Destin fourth in 142 and 1.
Number 7, Fear the Cowboy, is as honest as the day is long, and he takes to the Gulfstream Park main track as he has in the past and rallies for an easy win in the Harlan's Holiday. We'll be interested to see if the connections think Pegasus with this horse, as he certainly likes this track and has a big kick from the back. Javier Castellano rode him for the first time, and he was the winning rider for Kathleen Amaya and Rafael Santafonte. Time for a commercial break. When we come back, we have more graded stakes action, the Tropical Turf, and the late daily double right after this.
Crossing the finish line for the last time can mean an uncertain future for many horses. Recognizing the need for a dignified retirement, the racing industry has made racehorse aftercare a top priority. In partnership with Gulfstream Park and the Florida Horsemen's Association, Florida Track provides retraining and adoption services for retired racehorses. Thanks to their efforts, the end of a racing career can signal the beginning of a new career. In show jumping, trail riding, police work, even therapy for children and veterans. However, good intentions do not come without cost. As a nonprofit organization, Florida Track relies on tax-deductible donations and volunteers to help pay for feed, training, housing, and veterinary care. To find out how you can help, contact Florida Track today. Your support will go a long way towards a new beginning.
Back now for race number 10 on the program, the 40th running of the Tropical Turf at 1 mile. Grade 3 contest. Scratch number 3, Laken, a field of 8. Bettors like 2, Camelot Kitten, and 7, Black Type.
Racing in the Tropical Turf. From the center, that's Western Reserve who gets the first call. Shakabat moves up on the outside to be second. All included is away in the top flight, and so is Galton with One Go All Go trying to get over. Down at the inside, that's Tower of Texas third last. Second last is Camelot Kitten, and Black Type is taken back to last under Joel Rosario. He's about 8 lengths off the lead as they round the first turn. It's Western Reserve and Paco Lopez with the advantage. They lead 3 parts of a length over Shakabat, who is now second. One Go All Go, a bit keen. He's now third. Galton and at the rail is fourth. Then it's All Included in Tower of Texas, followed by Camelot Kitten. And at the back of the field is Black Type. He's a bit closer now, only 5 lengths from first to last through the opening quarter mile in 25 seconds flat. It's a slow early pace, and it's being set by Western Reserve. He's dogged on the outside by Shakamat, and they start to quicken up. Now Shakamat and Zayas will aggressively go to the front and lead by a length and a quarter. Western Reserve is second. Galton is third. On the outside, One Go, All Go. Then it's All Included in the white and blue. He's now about 5 lengths off the lead. Camelot Kitten tries to rally around Tower of Texas, and still nothing from Black Type, although Rosario hasn't asked him for much as they round the far turn. Less than 3 furlongs to go on the tropical turf, and Shakamat comes away with the lead. Western Reserve and Galton second and third. On the outside, All Included. Far outside, Camelot Kitten as they come for the final furlong and a half. With the lead, it's Shakamat. He's a length on top. Galton rallies toward the inside. Down the center, All Included. Tower of Texas is next with Western Reserve. Edgard Zayas trying to get 1/16 more from Shakamat, and he's getting it. Shakamat will win it. Galton was second, very close for third. Black Type got on track to photo with Tower of Texas at 136 flat.
Upset was on in today's tropical turf as number 9, Shakamat, made an aggressive move at the half-mile pole and held off all the stretch challengers under jockey Edgard Zayas for trainer Roger Atfield, who owns this horse in partnership with William Werner and Dan Gale. It was 5 Galton who tried him with an inside lane to be second, ahead of the 1 Tower of Texas, completing a 1-3 finish for trainer Roger Atfield. He ran third. 11th and final race over the turf at 1 1/16, maidens of the special weight variety. Scratch the 5 Baru, a field of 10. This was a completely wide open betting race.
And runners away. Rocky Strange and Dr. Bombay both off a step slow. After all that, CV wins the break and goes looking for the lead. Up on the outside, Heinford to be second. Tejas Ranger is on the outside and racing a joint third. On his inside is the favorite, Pianta Grande, who races now about 2 lengths off the lead. Then back at the outside races Claret Jug with Forgotten Coast, who's down at the rail for Landeros. Racing next is Armchair Jockey, and then it's a length and a half back to Dr. Bombay, Rocky Strange, and Prompt is at the back of the field as they round the first turn. Up front, the leader is CV by a length and a quarter. Heinford on the outside is second. Down at the inside, third is Pianta Grande, followed by stablemate Tejas Ranger in fourth. Back in fifth and racing all alone is Forgotten Coast ahead of Claret Jug, who tries to make some impact. Then it's Armchair Jockey. Gap of another 3 to Dr. Bombay ahead of Prompt, and at the back of the field is Rocky Strange. They make their way past the half-mile mark. They went 49 and 3 for the opening half-mile, and CV has the lead a length and a quarter. Heinford is second. Pianta Grande is at the inside third. Tejas Ranger continues fourth. Forgotten Coast starts to get into high gear from fifth, and to the outside, Claret Jug, followed by Armchair Jockey and Dr. Bombay. Rocky Strange is out of last, and Prompt is last as CV maintains the lead. They run to the top of the stretch. CV has the lead. Up on the outside and up the challenge for the top is Heinford, and Tejas Ranger is still right there. Then it's a gap of another 3 back to Forgotten Coast as they're at the top of the stretch. CV didn't want to go into the gate, but is all business at the 8th pole. Leads it by 2. Tejas Ranger took a failed run. Then Heinford, Pianta Grande, and Forgotten Coast. But CV and Nick Juarez will do it all the way, and they kick clear in the end. They won it by 3.5. Pianta Grande was second. It's a 3-horse battle for third in 1:42 and 4.
Number 4, CV, delayed the start of today's 11th race for about 5 minutes, but that did not affect his running style as he shot right to the top and went all the way to win today's final race under Nick Juarez for trainer Kelly Breen and owner George Hall. Big long shot number 1, Pianta Grande, was second ahead of the 10, Tejas Ranger, who ran third. No winners in the high five triggers a carryover into Sunday of more than $3,000. The 50-cent late pick 5 just shy of $8,000. Rainbow Six got hit multiple times, winning return $3,488.96. Triggers a carryover into Sunday's card, more than $132,000.
And that's it, another 11-race card in the books. Congratulations to all of the winners today at Gulfstream Park. And maybe the best news of all, aside if you won a whole bunch of money, is we do it all again tomorrow with another action-packed 11-race card on Sunday that begins at noon. Have a great night, everybody.
Hit the hay. I've been working all day. Hit the hay. What do you say? Hit the hay. Hit the hay. Well, I'm tired. Let me tell you, Jack, I'm so tired.